Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to be scrapbooking Skylar, and I think every time she put on a new dress, her mom took her out by this, it looks like a field of flowers, and took her picture there. The colors of this, the background where she's at, it's always kind of like a sagey green. It's so pretty. And she's got on this beautiful kind of a purpley pink colored dress, and so I'm gonna scrapbook her in that. I am using this Martha Steward pad, and with this pad it's got some like journaling cards in there and like tag type things, but I'm not going to be using any of those. But they did have some border strips, and this is one of them, and this is another, and I'm going to use this paper here that I actually, it's a floral. I'm going to use it as a background here and put this kind of in the center of it. And then this here I'm going to run down here. So it's going to kind of be like an upside down L design. And then I've already matted this one, and I'm matting with this first, and then I'm matting with this same paper that I've used there. And I was actually going to use, I think, this one here, but when I went to use it, I didn't really care for it on like how I was going to use it, and I thought, oh, I kind of like this, so that's how I'm going to use it. Now, since this does not have any embellishments with it, I'm thinking I really need to plan ahead and maybe make some embellishments to go with this pad of paper, because I love the pad of paper, and but a lot of my embellishments don't really go with it, like they're not the right shades or whatever. But anyhow, I have taken two pieces out of the chipboard collection that's called Good Stuff, and so everything that was light colored in that I'm going to be using. One of them is this this butterfly, and it's kind of looks lacy, so it's kind of has similar colors. I mean, the colors look really close, just a little darker, because this is a very vibrant collection. And also I'm going, and this is the other piece, this little heart. And so I'm just using those two pieces from there. And then I'm going to use, it's called Let's Celebrate You. And it's from this collection called Wildflower, and it's from American Crafts. And that's all it says about it. So to me it looks like, oh, it says something, maybe live and grow phase. So maybe, I don't know, to me it looks like Jen Hadfield, but I could be wrong, because it doesn't really say. But anyhow, I'm going to use this from it, because these were the things I found first, and I thought, oh, that really goes with it, because it's that purpley pink. And then one thing about not having things to go with it, it caused me to pull out these little containers that I keep punches in and just other things that I've maybe cut out, and you know, just in those pink colors, and I've got one like for every color. And if you seen me do any of the, when I made Jen Hadfield collections, then I was going through a lot of these. So I'm going to be using some things out of here. And one of the things I'm going to be using is these little hearts that I made one time during, when I showed an embellishment, how to make these. And so I'm going to be using a couple of those. And so I'm going to get this glued down, get her on here, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got that glued, well, taped down. And so I have this at 2.5 over here. So when I put this down, I put that at 2.5. So kind of this is all like within a certain, you know, my outside. I don't know what to call it, but I will have embellishments over here, and down here to make my triangle. And this is from my little box of goodies. And this is actually from Prima. And I don't remember, I think it was called like apricot or something like that. And really pretty collection I had used in my daughter's wedding album. So I'm just going to put that there because the colors are so close to these that I just thought that was a perfect thing to add. And then I've got one of the flowers from Mintay, and the collection is Graceful. I always throw these in there, and that way I remember what they are. Okay. And these flowers here, they kind of have that pinkish purple. Well, and actually now her dress looks very purple when I put this next to it. So I could have maybe used, I should have tried the Mintay's lavender collection. But I'm gonna put that right in here because I really, well, I love these papers. Oh, and this is one of the, what is it called? Ombre. So it's darker at the top than at the bottom. And I thought, well, that's kind of like how the sky is. It's usually darker at the top and lighter at the bottom. Okay, and then I've got this little chipboard piece from that, what's it called? Good Stuff collection. So if I can get this, it's the chipboard, all the pieces just kind of fell out. So I just went ahead and took them out. And I'm gonna kind of tuck it in with these flowers here so it kind of fits, seems like it fits in, almost like it was popped right out of there. And I think this is one of those things that I might have to also glue down. And then I'm going to put down a button just right in here. And what do I want to use? I think I'll use a super glue as long as I can get that out of here. Okay, that should hold it down. And I'm not putting any string in it today. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And I might come back later and add one of these birds. So I'm gonna leave that right there until I decide. And then I have one of the hearts that I made. I'm gonna put that, is that the one I'm using or a different one? I think that's the one I'm using. Okay, yeah, because I got another one here too. Okay, and I've got this flower. And I've got a bow from, these two are from the, and this one are from the Graceful collection. It is right, yes, Graceful. Maybe I need to put it here. Okay, so I'm gonna tuck this in here. And so I'm actually going to be mixing silver and then gold together because my little thing that I'm using for the title has gold in it. And then where's my little butterfly? Oh, here it is. Okay. I've got the little flower again from Mintay. So I'm really mixing up my collections here. But I know I had extra of these because I had bought, I think, I bought 2 sheets of the embellishments, and then later on I actually found the collection. So they didn't have it when I went to buy the collection. And I think I'm gonna tuck this bow in. I don't know if I want it under her flower, under her picture, or under. I usually don't like to tuck under where you can't make out what it is. So I might stick it there. I think I'm going to stick it just over the end. It will kind of look like a, what am I thinking? A photo corner. I've been trying to make plans with my sisters. My little sister's son is getting married, so we're trying to make plans to go to Wisconsin in the winter. Okay, and then that little butterfly that I took from the Good Stuff collection. And I'm just gonna let this, again, everything kind of overlapping that little heart. Well, the flower and the butterfly anyway. And then I have another one of the buttons. And where do I want to put that? Maybe there. Stick that there. Okay, I'll glue everything down, you know, at the end. And then I've got Let's Celebrate You. And I am going to kind of tuck this heart near it. So I gotta kind of, maybe, I might kind of tuck it underneath it. So I think I'm gonna put a little bit of tape on this first. It's like when you're tucking things and one's already sticky. It's like, how do you do that? Okay. Because I think this is going to be super sticky. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck it here where it's just a little lower than the picture. And I want this kind of centered in the middle, but I'm just going to eyeball it. But those colors look so pretty together. Oh, now pulling on that, I kind of bent it. And then I have this, another one of the flowers from the Mintay collection. Oh, and I see that I had pieced that together and it's kind of popping up, okay? But that's okay, because I'm going to cover it right up. Okay. And then I have another one of those flowers like this. And I'm going to stick that, oh, I probably wanted that underneath there a little bit. But maybe I'll just kind of do that. Oh yeah, that is kind of how I had it angled, I think. Well, you know, I don't like to knock that thing over. I love it too much to be without it if it broke. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck it underneath there just slightly. Okay, and I have another bird going the other way, so I might want to stick one of those kind of down here. If I stick that one up here. Oh, and I do have a button for down here too. I think I'm going to stick that right there. These are my, these are working as my enamel dots today. I just thought, when I seen them in the box, I thought, oh, I think I'm going to use these little buttons. Okay, and then I got these other little buttons that I thought I might add to. So let me see if I want to do a couple of those. Yeah, I think I'm going to do those too. It's funny how if you don't have, you know, embellishments for like this paper pad, it's like I feel like I have to think outside the collection, and then sometimes I actually end up loving that so much, having to mix all these things together. And I am already loving it. I think it's so cute. I'm going to add the birds too. Now this one here, I can probably get a little tape on him. And I'm gonna stick a little glue on them too, because there's nothing like trying to glue those legs on after you put it down on the paper. And where do I want to put him? I'm just going to kind of tuck him in the flowers. Just make sure he looks like he's setting properly. And I'm going to put him on too. Do I want him sitting right at the top there or down into, I think I like him down into the flowers. And just try to tip him so he looks like he's in a position that you'd actually see a bird sitting in. And I think that looks adorable. I mean, it's hard to ruin a picture that beautiful Skylar's on. Okay. I didn't get to see her the other day when we had our Christmas, so she's gonna have to come over and see us next week. We held her Christmas present ransom until she comes over. She ain't gonna be home until she comes over anyway. So there she is. She's the beauty. And I will be back tomorrow with something. I have no idea what. I just had to scrap something a little different than Christmas, but I still have one of the collection obsessions left to do. And so I will be at that. So I don't know what I'll do tomorrow, maybe that. But I'll see you then. There will be close-ups at the end. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Okay, you thought I was gone, but I'm back. I was looking at it and I thought, it looks like it needs a frame. So I went and got this wood paper, and it is by, and I just think that just lifts it to the next level. It's from MaxiCreative Pad Wood by P13. And the back's of wood too. It's white. Oh, yep, it's one of those stickers that I'm gonna have to glue on. So I did add the wood. I really like it. I just think it really upgraded it. And so I will have close-ups at the end, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.